Hi everyone, I have a cute holiday craft today, and it's a bit rustic and with a little glitter involved too. It's a rustic wreath, and I've made it out of twigs, and the little berries that I have are dowel caps that I painted red and then I glittered with red. And then I threw a little ribbon on there, and it's this cute little wreath. So we're going to make something very similar to this, but just a little bit different. And I will show you how to do it. The first thing you need to do is, I have just cardstock here. It's not typing paper, it's a little thicker, it's cardstock. You can certainly use cardboard. That would work very well. And I drew a circle on it. Well, I traced a circle on it. And then I took like a pop can for the inside, center it, trace it, and then all you're going to do is cut it out. When you cut it out, you're going to come up with something like this. And let me put that down. And then all I've done is I took acrylic paint and I painted it. That was it. Let it dry. And now we can get started on it. I went out into the garden and I picked up a bunch of twigs and I cut them. I just took my garden clippers and I cut them into various lengths like this. You're going to need quite a bit of hot glue for this. And now I did paint both sides because we are going to be doing this to both sides. And all I'm going to do is, you can put it right on the paper. I tend to put it right on the piece of wood and just start putting them down. If they're too long, trim them. If they're too short, don't worry about it, because you can use them as filler pieces. So what I usually will start to do is I will start to go, I'll put it on each of the four sides and then kind of fill it in, because if I go right from the start, I'll end up lining it up instead, because it really doesn't go in a natural curved pattern when you're lining them up. Okay, so I have it, and I'm just going to start filling it in with various widths, and you want it to look a little bit random. If something's too long, go ahead and snip it. Keep your little garden shears handy. And then, like, I have the two pieces here, and you can see the brown in between. Now, one of the reasons the main reason that we painted the paper brown was so that if anything shined through, it would be brown and it wouldn't be a big deal. However, if you can avoid it, avoid it. And instead of just leaving it like that, take a thinner piece, put a little glue on there, and go right over it. And then that will cover that space, and you won't be able to see the brown anymore. And it gives it texture and different heights, and that's what I did on this one. If you can see, so I did the front and I did the back. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. So just keep working. Okay, I finished the first side, and now all I'm going to do is flip it over and do the other side the same way. So when you get both sides done, like I've just done, then it's time to move on to the next step. And I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. On the last one I put these little berries on there, and all I did was I painted them red, and then after the paint dried, I painted it with white glue, and then I sprinkled red glitter. Okay, we're back, and the wreath has cooled with all of the sticks on there, and I'm going for a different look than I did on the last one, which was very traditional with the red and the green. So this one, I'm going to put the word joy in the middle, and I printed it out on a laser printer on cardstock. And if you could do some decorative writing with a permanent marker, that should work as well, but cardstock would be best. And I printed it, and then I used a watered down acrylic paint in like a metallic silver, and just went over the paper. And then I cut it into strips, and when I cut it into the strips, I took a permanent marker and I just took the black permanent marker on the edge, and that kind of gives it the border, which is what I did here. Because I didn't want it to be one, I wanted it to look kind of like slats. And it's not placed perfectly, but it's pretty close. And that's how I want to have it. And what I'm doing right now over here is I've taken, I'm using Martha Stewart's a pearl paint, and then I'm going to use the same color in glitter and go over these. And these are the same dowel caps that I had used on the other one. So I wanted this to have some non-traditional Christmas colors just for a different look. It could be perhaps a little more beachy or just non-traditional. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to glue on the joy sign. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue at the end of each and squish it down. Oops. So it can grab a hold. Let that cool, and then I will do the next one and repeat with the other ones the same way. And there's the joy on there. And now the little dowel caps that I painted, I'm going to glue those on. I'll place them, put some hot glue on them, and then we'll have our wreath. We'll be done. Okay, we'll let all the pieces cool, and there's our joy wreath. I'll put a ribbon on there, and we can hang it up, and it's ready to go. I hope you give the wreaths a try. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Happy holidays and happy crafting, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.